Previously on the tower and the shield.
Jona takes 12 damage. This orc just rips through you.
Crud.
No?
No, I'm pretty sure a nat 20, she actually is back at 1 hit point.
We're from Appleton.
Appleton! Oh!
We'll relieve you. Make your way to the cathedral if you need help. Rhino claws into his chest and rips open his body.
Oh my god!
And with his dying breath, he says, "Hold fast!"
Sorry, 11, which is doubled, is
22.
22.
Yes.
Plus 1 is 23. Plus 5 is 28.
Nice! Awesome.
I want like an awesome trophy to be like, I helped kill this.
Wow, could I possibly try to use like sleight of hand to secretly pickpocket Captain Sobar? I know he's dead,
Yes. I assume you guys have full rest, but kind of like, did you want to do anything after? I sort of like don't think you'll be carrying around an 8-foot horn around.
Oh, yeah.
It might slow you down a bit.
Yeah, no, like, do we have like headquarters or something where we can keep this kind of
shop is still
Well,
Where does
And I'd like to buy
live?
some healing potions.
Out of curiosity,
if any stalls are open.
Captain Sobar, did he have like an office that we met him in, or like an area where he
well,
worked?
you always met him at the barracks, and in the barracks he does have an office,
Okay.
quarters, I guess.
All right, now.
Okay.
A residence. I guess he would have like his own little
shoes. They're up in
military type living quarters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your shoes are up in.
There are lots of shops
You go
open.
there, like, in the closet?
Surprisingly, especially
you
now
can
that
find a pair
reinforcements
there.
have come, the defense has sort of been organized. Even the
I've been trying to find the one thing. And I have the
civilians are
wrong
being
one.
organized into bits like militias. And being that Wollsdorf was a big trading town, there are a couple of like adventuring shops that carry gear that were originally geared for adventurers, but now they're doing stupendous amounts of business because they're one of the few places that have.
Yes, I said I wanted to buy potions.
Okay.
So the main.
All right, I'll go get shoes. So we're shopping now.
I'm shopping, or I plan to shop.
Yes, they're going to. They're deciding whether to go to the Crazy Rabbit Adventure.
Which is really busy.
And that's like sort of near the center of town where all the merchants are. It's a big stone building,
Or the fancy.
in one of the big squares in town, or to the more to the Griffin's Delight, which is more in the fancy part of town,
Oh.
where the noblemen might shop, but just the upper crust of the city. And these were shops that've been around. They usually cater toward adventurers, but since the battle's been going, they actually have supplies for battle, and so
Would I
people
know?
have been.
Would either of these places have like magic spells? And
I'd
Sure.
assume
Now
the
you
fancier
also,
one.
because I don't know if you remember, but the Duke gave you
permission to go to the
special rights to
yeah.
go into the Keep of Wisdom.
Ooh, I want to go there. I don't know what.
I don't
That's
know
a
what
very
that is, yeah.
exclusive place. It's not really a club because you can't pay to get in, but you know it's like
Yeah.
you have to have royal permission to go
Oh, cool.
because magic's not. You know, there's basic magic, but then there's dangerous magic, and they don't let just anyone buy a fireball
yeah.
spell. You know, that would be reckless.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, I would like to go there. I mean,
Okay.
you all go about your business. I'm going to go.
Who has the gigantic husk?
Me.
Okay.
I'm going along with you.
Me?
Beltzar.
Okay.
I'm going along with Belt and Jandar.
Would one of you mind picking me up some sling bullets while we are out?
Sling bullets.
Otherwise known
Here's
as
the money to-
pebbles.
Otherwise known as rocks.
Cough
All
it
right,
up,
here.
Payan.
No, both of
money.
us.
We're
We're
like-
not playing this game anymore.
Yeah.
We're not
We'll be
Jandar.
hung-
Here's 2 silver.
You are entered. You're allowed permission to go in.
Okay.
And when you go in, it's very much like what you might expect in a big stone castle. There's lots of people busily going about their business. There's a big ant antechamber. That's what it's called, right?
Antechamber,
And then there's someone at a desk, sort of at the far end of the door, sort of a clerk of some sort, who's doing nothing. Everyone else seems to be busy about their business.
All right. Well, I will go see what this clerk is up to and go start asking questions.
All right, you walk up to him. It's just a man. Looks like a normal human. He says, "Yes, sir. How may I help you?"
Hello, friends. It would be my first time here.
And your name is?
Desmond of House Leodric.
Desmond. I'm not familiar with that name. Oh yes, Baron.
Yes, Baron, of course.
We just got your papers. Well, how may I help you, sir? Baron?
What you've got to sell?
Oh, well, let's see. This is the Keep of Wisdom.
Yes.
Ah, that's right. You are new here. Well, you see, we have libraries, and you can talk to the various masters of the guild, and they may give you permission to buy certain spells.
Okay.
Based on your tier of
Okay, we'll go
magic
in the corner and see
proficiency.
if there's
And the tale of your heroic stand against the Rhinoceros is spreading wide and quick.
And the horn helps, I guess.
And someone yells down from one of the walls, 10-foot walls. It says, "Oi!
What?
What might you do with that horn?"
I was going to save it as a trophy.
Oh, I could give you a pretty penny for that horn if you ever had the need to sell it. I don't know what a person like you would be doing with a horn like that, but I have some craftsmen who would give their left arm to have a horn like that.
What kind of pretty penny?
Well, come on in and we can negotiate a price.
Because I have it kind of just like heft over my shoulder, so every time
It's
I turn,
still, like,
you guys
bloody.
have to...
Well over 100 pounds.
Yeah,
it's
so,
like,
like,
you're
getting heavy.
lizard folk, so you're strong, but it's still
All
making
right,
you sweat.
make sure I let it. Make sure
All right,
they
and
let
he
me
says,
in.
"Oh, let him in." So they let you in,
So-
and everything.
And we go in.
Unlike the rest of the city, like everything in here is sort of dwarf-sized.
Yeah.
Apparently, only dwarves are really in this
Area.
very often. And he comes down. It's much quieter in here, more reclusive. And he says, "Yes, let's bring that over to the scales." And you bring it over to. They have this big scale contraption.
I,
And they
like,
weigh it.
flip it
Oh,
over and-
I have never, in my life, I've never witnessed such a immense. Not every once in a while we get some mammoth tusk from over the mountains, but those are very rare. I would be willing to give you 500 gold pieces for this tusk.
And I nudge Bill.
I know. That sounds like a wonderful offer, and I'd love to accept.
Excellent! It seems very happy.
And I stamp on Belt's foot.
Ow.
And then
Come on.
he goes into the main building, and he comes back later with carrying a strong box. And he said, "I'll throw in the strong box for free." And he hands you the strong box, and he looks very happy with it.
Yeah.
So he's very pleased.
I'm not
And
pleased.
they whistles to some
you want
guys, and they
more?
come over and take the horn.
It's probably worth more.
And he said, "Thank you very much. If you come by anything else on your adventures, please
I just
come here
remembered.
first.
What
We
is-
will give you premium price."
I interrupt and I say, I kind of pop in and I look down and I was I just remembered that my uncle has a very lucrative horn trading enterprise, and
Wow.
I'm sure that he could get at least 900
All
for
meddling
it.
in our business. Listen here. Money has been exchanged. It is rightfully mine.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think Belt is the only one that can carry this thing at this point. If we wish to
My
leave,
two
there's
guys have
nothing.
it already, halfway in the case.
I thought you still had it.
Listen, for your troubles, I will throw in another 50 gold pieces.
Very displeased.
I'm just kind of watching all this.
You're too tired to.
I'm American,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm just like, okay.
Way to make us some money, girl.
Hey, the only money you have is the 2 silver you gave me for those sling balls. So I'm going to
Out of curiosity,
keep
This-
150 gold since I'm going shopping at plus the 50 silver, so there'll be 400 left in my account.
Okay.
That matters.
is it
Since I'm
Is it
planning on going shopping.
her account, or is it like the group's account? Out of curiosity.
You may want to ask her that.
It's her then.
It's my account. So you can't go over and steal my money out of my bank.
How dare you?
I mean, I did not. You guys are gonna have to figure out how you deal with your own trophies.
Yeah,
I
she took
know.
the trophy, but we all.
I know
killed
what
it.
I think is fair, but you guys have to decide what you think is fair.
Well, I'm not there, so I don't really know what's going on.
Jandar is just kind of like,
Whatever.
yeah, he doesn't need a horn. Giant. But how?
But do you need 500?
He would like 500 gold, but he's not gonna fight.
Well, I took the 150 and I was going to give you both 50
Oh, okay.
of it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
really nice.
He's
of
not
him. I
here.
wasn't gonna
Thank
ask
you.
So.
So
He doesn't even know.
he's not here.
The little teller guy is like the nerdiest work we ever did see. Spectacles. He says, "Oh yes, we did. Would you like me to add whose name on these accounts here? Who should I add on these accounts?
Beltzar.
Okay.
Czar
Who's stuck in the tree?
and
All stuck in the tree.
Ice.
Oh, the ball stuck. I thought orange was stuck in the tree.
And
Thank you.
do you like to be called lizard folk, or do you prefer what? would you call-
Dragonborn.
Only those with the name can withdraw money.
You're the one that's
Yeah,
depositing
it's
the
your,
money.
it's your
Yeah.
choice. But if
Do
you
you want to? Is this your account or kind of account for the group?
Oh, well, I just...
Yeah.
One moment, please. Do you want it as in a group account, or would you, like, just myself?
I could just take the 50. You know.
considering our line of work, it's always good to have a backup plan in case you are not in the best of health.
I could
and
always have
someone
one of
could
you
help
as a
you get
backup. The only one currently that I do not trust in
Is
our
not
group
here.
is not here. So both of you I feel very comfortable with. You
Okay.
are used
I
to
feel that
handling
handling
money and finances, so I am
think
very
I could
comfortable
handle
adding
it.
you.
Yes.
Okay.
Not that I do not trust
Yeah,
you,
that's okay.
Jandar. I just
But
feel
you have-
I have. It is okay. I have about 100.
I just feel
gold
like
right now.
somebody might swindle you again.
Yeah. I still don't know what he took that money for.
So I would like to add Aranoras. You can tell.
Aranoras of the
So you do keep strange friends, Aranoras of Valor.
I think it is none of your business, dwarf.
I do apologize. I will simply add you to this. Okay. Please come back whenever you need anything at all.
She's so quiet.
I know, right?
Like a librarian.
You said he
Thank
was
you.
nerdy. I had no I heard no nerdiness to like a
should've,
nerdy
like,
like a
nerdy.
geek.
Or a
A
dwarf.
geek. Okay,
Or a
geeky.
dwarf.
Can I go find a shop and sell my longbow since I'm not really?
Sure.
Yeah, because I'm not really using it, and when I did try to use it, it didn't go very well.
Land.
Of course.
Jandar realized after shopping that he got ripped off on the javelins.
Wait, what happened?
Jandar got ripped off on the javelins.
Why?
Well, they're only like 5 silver pieces a piece.
Yeah.
But that's what happens, yeah. Jandar,
Busy.
Yeah.
Everyone wants weapons right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost my pliers.
I'm here.
You know you're boring when everyone just leaves.
Well, I have 2 things to do.
Go ahead. Yes. Yes. Let's do those
Okay.
things.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Really into sevens.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You think you got away with it?
You think you got away with it?
Alright.
Remember, stay off the bed.
And then, yeah, I just want to go find that dude that has my ropes.
I'm gonna send a messenger pigeon and
Now I gotta read
I'm gonna
this.
instruct.
There's like a
The bird
messenger
keep.
pigeon place. Yeah, a bird keeper.
Yeah, I'm gonna instruct him to send it to the like the edge of the Wandering Wood.
It'll cost you a premium. It's gonna cost you 50 silver pieces.
No, 50 gold pieces.
Silver pieces.
Silver
pieces, okay.
Silver pieces.
50 silver.
It was the cost of the. Remember in the pouch, like with the
Yeah.
little silver.
I owe you one. Thank you.
It's like Gandalf.
I shall pay you back.
I have
All right, so I send it and I what should I write in it?
These woods are old.
We are alive and well and fighting. We will
I'm just like,
be here until you return. Hurry and bring help as quickly as you can. Your sister in Wommelsdorf.
Gimli's ones just made me laugh out loud.
Alright. And he goes and does it.
Okay.
You see him write it up, tie it to the raven's foot.
Right, I'm going
You could
to
give your-
bless the bird.
You could use your warden's gift.
Okay.
We'll say we'll like.
Really?
Sure.
what?
But that's like a whole dice.
Until you rest. I mean,
And it's later in the day.
Lawrence is stuck up on Theo's top bed.
All right, I'm going to.
Why are you guys?
I'm gonna spend a dice to hopefully the bird will
okay.
make it.
Oh.
All right. Is everyone? Whew, I'm exhausted from shopping.
Yeah.
I know,
Can I do one more?
Absolutely,
One
yeah,
more
yeah.
thing.
You're like,
Okay,
God.
so I'm sorry. No, it shouldn't
I
be
don't
that
care.
big of a deal. Can I go up to like the wall where a lot of some of the soldiers are? Can I try to find like a captain or like a one of the leaders?
Yeah.
Good sir. I am wondering, is the magic field that keeps magic from being cast still up here, or is it down?
It's been removed.
As far as we know, it's still up.
Still?
It's the mother.
Yes.
It's the honorable mother of the church.
Yes.
I'm afraid without her, we would be quickly overwhelmed.
Yeah. I asked solely because I want to cast a spell, and I don't want to. I know that you have a field that keeps magic from being cast. So should I go? If I wanted to cast a spell, should I go talk to her? See if it should be cast.
You need to talk to her, but I don't think she's. You may try to talk to her. That's above my pay grade.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I try to find
Do you see if we have magic?
The mistress?
the mistress.
The
Yes.
high.
Yeah.
The mistress.
High
priestess.
priestess.
You want to find your mistress syndrome?
No.
Oh, the mistress.
I'm a paladin. I have not had any such a. Excuse me, sirs. Is there anywhere I could go to cast a spell for myself?
Oh, what spell would you like to cast?
I would like to summon a steed for myself to ride.
Someone with the ability to summon a speed, you say? Well, that does seem harmless enough. I do have permission to grant certain spells. And I do recognize you as the group who warned us originally of the white. I see no harm in this. I will grant you a quick minute to cast your spell.
It takes about 10 minutes to cast. Is that okay?
I'm sure with a small donation to the church, this will
yes.
not be a problem.
Yes. How much? I pull out 250 silver and
Wow.
Oh,
That's a
Yes.
heck of a
quite a-
donation.
I had it with a snap of kind of like a flash of light. It just appears in an unoccupied space, like
Okay.
range of me.
All right.
Yeah.
So when it appears, he even you can tell he's trying to hide his amazement. Like I can do this, but
Yeah.
you can tell he's impressed.
Yeah.
Would you guys like to spend the night?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's getting late.
Yeah.
And then we can figure out what
Spend
to
the
do.
night
I'm
and find out what
broke.
we're gonna do tomorrow.
a
Did
rich
you give
girl.
me my sling bullets, by the
Oh,
way? at the
yes.
end?
I gave you sling bullets and I gave you like 15 days of rations.
Thank you.
That's a lot.
Did I get any ration?
Oh. Well, it's like 30 for all of us.
Yeah.
So
I don't
I
very
can
much.
Yeah. That's fine.
I'm assuming.
I
No.
can give you each.
It doesn't matter.
If
I eat
you
a
ever
lot
need
of
a rock,
lettuce.
let
I eat
me
a lot
know.
of
Yeah.
salad. I go foraging when I'm hungry.
Also, you guys notice that like before I go to bed, I'm just focusing on reading a piece of paper, but and not saying very much.
What do you have there, Dezman? I can't imagine that it's just daily news.
Pornography.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Can I have that when
I'm
you're done?
kidding.
Like I like.
Jandar is just like looking at you.
Like D&D.
God!
And then he summoned the
D&D
celestial
Maximus.
wolf.
Oh, we didn't get that in some video. This
I'm pretty sure it's on there. I guess it's on.
Oh no.
No,
No response to me. I'm like.
a strange sheet that seemed to have come to my possession.
Oh, I should give you some backstory. I'd say like that's like the first page of your book. You do recognize it.
Okay.
You it's just an old
Something I
part of the
maybe
book.
forgot about.
Well, you guys go to sleep. End this role playing. What's up with the role playing, guys?
It's really bad.
Why are you
Play
talking?
role-playing games to role
Oh,
play.
I actually thought of some interesting questions to ask these two.
Okay.
I was like, so, Jandar, is your mother an orc or your father?
My father's the orc.
How did they meet? I'm just curious. If I'm prying, please let me know. But I'm just never.
You are prying, but I'll tell you. I'm not sure you'd want to know. I don't remember any of this. All I remember is from the
weren't
Yeah,
monastery.
you weren't alive yet.
Well, no, all I know is my first memories are of the monastery, but my mother was human. There was a raiding orc party, and
This is terrible.
bad things happened. And from what I can tell, my mother died right after giving birth to me, and I was dropped off at the monastery.
Can't imagine why.
Well, Dezman. This
I slap him
This all
and-
goes to
And that's
show
why I didn't want to
that-
talk about it.
all things
How
come to good because now I have a friend such as you.
I feel like now that I made
Thank
that
you.
awkward thing,
Even though you must,
that I made
if you
it
must
awkward.
know, I also have sworn an oath to go find my father and kill him. So yes.
Oh, I think I can help you with
I'm
that, my
not
friend.
sure I'm going to continue
I've-
prying.
Orcs are
Aranoras just
devastating
kind of like
backstory.
Yeah.
feels a little quiet and
Uncomfortable.
like, covers under
Yeah.
blankets.
I did take an oath
Good
of
night,
vengeance.
good night, Jandar.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams.
All right, so you guys are woken in the night
Oh,
by
did we-
alarms
Wait a minute.
raised.
Did we get to sleep? How long did we sleep?
Long enough.
Long enough.
Okay, long enough. Okay.
Seeing as we didn't really do much that whole day,
You were rested.
I did
feel
spend
Yeah.
an
Yeah, she
inspiration
spent
die
one.
though, so.
You mean
Yeah.
And not inspiration die, a gift.
Woken.
and you guys rush to the walls. See what the,
walls.
commotion is.
The
about.
windows?
What's that?
The windows?
The walls.
The walls.
Wait,
To the
we're-
wall.
We're in the barracks. We're rushing
I
to
thought
the
you
wall.
meant like we were still in our room. And
No,
I was like,
you
we're going to like go to the
Okay. And in the light
Wasn't an earthquake.
of the waxing moon, you see Thea de Cas
Oh no.
and the no man's land between, the wall and like the army. And he is issuing dark curses and weaving powerful incantations, and you can tell because there's ominous light around him. And his voice is low but throbbing in your ears, and blue shadowy flames begin to dance over the thousands of corpses littering the grounds. And the Karen heaps begin to rise to their feet and join in the chanting of their necromancer.
How
and
far
you
away
guys
is he?
all have to make a Constitution saving throw.
How far away is he?
Constitution.
He's about 300 feet away from you.
Uh-oh.
Did you get
7.
man.
You
can't.
almost said a bad word, Andrew.
Word the one.
So, 13.
Oh God.
18
What are we doing?
plus,
Constitution.
Oh no.
I'm 21.
Okay, well,
For one.
It's good. It's good.
Balthazar
once.
I
doesn't
have
seem
an
to
8.
have the human emotion of fear, but the rest of you are sort of paralyzed by fear right now.
Right.
Balthazar's like, whatever.
That's normal, my
Borrow that for a second. The book.
Uh-oh.
I want.
As he's like making these incantations and raising the corpses to life,
Oh my
you
gosh.
hear this seemingly small voice, enough, heartbringer of death, and you see Alagaseth standing like a lighthouse against the growing storm. These lands are protected by the life of waters and the strength of the oak spirit. Begone now, foul imitator of life. And a river of light seems to burst out of her and go over the walls and over the corpses. And as they go over the corpses, they sort of burn and disintegrate and float away.
Ooh.
And when the tide of light hits Theod, he cries out in pain, but he doesn't disappear. He just cries out in pain. And he says, I am Theod de Cas. You may be powerful, but you are still mortal. And a great ball of blue fire shrouded in shadows. He puts his hand out, and the big ball of fire shrouded in shadow leaps towards the elf. And when it gets within a few feet of her, there's this big, like, you can hear like the pressure change in the air because it like hurts you almost don't hear it, but you feel it in your ears, and it makes your ears hurt. And it flashes, and it like gets within feet of her, and it sort of seems like the force field that was protecting against the magic sort of breaks for a moment. She gets struck down, and she falls to her feet. To her knees. And she's caught by the priest near her, and then you hear someone else. She does not stand alone, and for the first time you notice Duke Mattis standing only a few yards away with his personal guard. He's the Duke of the city. And him and his guard in unison point their spears out, and beams of light shoot out from their spears, and they strike the Death Knight with pure white rays, and he falls to his knees, but only for a moment. And then Theod lets out this low, eerie laugh. Soon you will come to realize the full meaning of my name, for I am Theod de Cas, and I cannot be defeated. And with that, he mounts his hell horse and rides off to rejoin his army. And then the city is sort of all astir because they don't know what this means. And the priests quickly take Algasa, where they rush her off to the other part of the city. And the Duke also follows them. And then soon after, you are summoned by one of the Dukes, someone from the Duke's house, and they take you all the way up to the Duke's keep itself, all the way on top of the mountain. The most fortified part of the city.
Are you sure when you got dressed quickly that you wore your fancy robes, or are you in your breeches?
Your boxers.
I am positive that I'm wearing my fancy robes. That nice gentleman helped me get into them very well.
Hint, hint.
So as you guys are summoned, wait, go ahead. That's fine.
I wanted to do like a persuasion check on his robes and see if they were god awful or they were actually
Do it.
You
nicely
mean investigation?
done. Investigation? I don't know. I just wanted to like check them out and be like, oh my gosh, these
Good.
are stapled together.
Would you like to do that while he's
Like
here?
quick
Yeah.
stitch.
Anyway.
You could always say you want to do a check, and then
Yeah.
I'll just tell you whether you can do it or not. Like if there's a point in the story and you're like, oh, I want to roll for persuasion, or I want to roll for
Yeah.
investigation. Like you're allowed
Just
to
Are
just
we?
say.
Do we have time
You're
to do it
kind
now?
of supposed to. Sure. Yeah. While you're being
like, summon and like take my
walking
mind
to
off
the-
of it as we're waiting to be like taken into the Duke's hole.
keep
Hole?
Keep.
Duke's keep.
hold the hole.
The Duke's hole.
I noticed some of the fabric from Dezman's robe, and I want to do a check to see the quality.
Good. It's about.
It's not like the fanciest rule.
It's nice that you can tell the tailor did his best.
Under search.
What's the saying? You can't make a silk purse out of sow's ear. So
Okay. All right.
it's not exactly noble,
Okay.
but any commoner would be proud to have these robes.
Any commoner.
And the nurse says, any commoner would be proud to own these robes.
Oh,
That's
man.
actual belt.
That's what you spent my money on?
Listen. We're gonna have to go back and kill this guy, because he said these were gonna be much nicer.
But you want to kill your
seems,
tailor?
Maybe get money back. I don't mind hurting him a little, but kill him is a little much.
Rough.
There's like Lucifers outside the gates, and you want to kill your tailor right now.
Good, let's wait. We'll deal with it later.
Let's like keep
I'll-
priorities, please.
I'll be honest.
I just wanted to see if I could get the paladin to kill a civilian.
If I had to, I would, but I don't have to.
So you guys go to the keep and you find the Alagasath lying. Well, you're led to a room, and Alagasath is laying in an ornate bed and being tended to by the elder father of the church. Just a tall elf with dark hair, but it doesn't really matter. The Duke is by her side, and a couple of his men sit off in the corner, eyeing you closely. It's heavily guarded, and the Duke sees you come in and looks to you and says, "She asked for you, though I don't know why." And he kind of motions you guys to come to the bed. And when
I
you
do
get
like a little like bow thing, like
Yes.
when when we come up,
Yeah.
like I,
Okay.
You
proper, yeah.
I'll do it like a
Courtesy.
proper noble.
She looks
courtesy.
very, and when you see her, it's very obvious she's suffering a great deal, and she appears very frail and weak. It's a bit shocking since she is an elf, and just she has a ton of power. So she like sort of nods to you a little bit with her eyes, more so than anything else, because she is so weak. And she attempts to speak to you. She says, "I do not have long, but when I fade, so will the protection I provide. I wish there was time to counsel you further. I wish there was time to counsel with your father, Aranoras, but he still is a few days away, and I fear I do not have time. We were nearly overrun, even with the hasty attack against the city, but in his impatience, our adversary has revealed his true nature. I believe he is, or was, Almooth, like he claims. His broken oath and dark pacts have turned him into a death knight." She struggles to go on. You must return." And then she sort of fades and she says, "The source," and then she falls into a deep sleep, which the Duke tries to rouse her from, but he's unsuccessful at.
Oh.
And then the Duke takes something out of her hand and gives it to Aranoras. And he says, I believe she meant to give this to you. I think it's part of a woven basket. It doesn't resemble any I've seen. His hand gives you a woven reed piece about 4 inches long. And into the intricate design, there's a blue ribbon of fine silk. But other than that, there's like nothing. You can't figure out what it's to. I've asked Father Wexel here, the Mage Council, but nothing is known about this except that it's old. It's obvious old and not likely from Galvania. I don't know why she insisted on giving it to you for, but I am wise enough not to question her wisdom.
Can I roll for history or for something religion or?
Yeah, you can rate.
Investigation again.
History.
History.
Probably.
Yeah, history, like culture and history. Yeah,
It's all the same. So it's a 11.
Okay, so you don't recognize this at all, but you are reminded of the story of Almooth. And the Duke is very distraught. And he goes to you and he says, "It would seem our fate rests, at least in part, with you."
Okay. So from what I remember, I need to check my email. There's something about the spiders.
Following any of this.
Not really.
I wish I had paid better attention in my history class.
Well, Sir
But
Mantis.
Almooth was like a
He was a fallen.
leader.
Paladin?
Yeah.
Paladin? Yeah, almost was
He
a fallen
was.
paladin who he forsook it. He abandoned his oath and as a result became a death knight.
But he got his power from
As you talk this over-
land, a specific land.
Yeah, as you guys are talking this over, Sir Mantis says, "Well, of course you are welcome to the libraries." You have my permission to enter any building, any library in the city if you want.
Thank you.
I'm inclined to wait for your father to get here, but it seems I admit Algasath insisted that you don't wait, and
I think her wisdom is sound. My father's very tardy.
okay. He informs you too that the queen. There's a letter from the queen that commands that your father be put in charge of the army. Like, the elves are considered very warlike.
Military.
They're also the only ones alive that would have been alive when the first Red Tide come.
So
But they live in a
would
far.
know.
They live not in this part of the country, but they're on their way. Do you like
This
to?
is probably like 50 years ago.
So the main library, the Duke has a private library, of course,
Yeah.
like any proper Duke would. But the elves also, there's a
So do
quite
they-
elaborate library in the town of Olmsdorf, where it's run by elves and partly by the church and partly by royalty.
Let's go to that one.
Yes.
Okay. You're let in without issue, and you guys can make
You don't always get your reactions, so.
an investigation check.
And I got some good ones.
Investigation check.
Is there any part of the library you would like to search for? And,
Almooth,
Like-
right? Or like
Like legends from the past.
okay.
So red,
Everyone-
first red tide.
Yeah.
first
Everyone
red tide.
can,
What are we rolling
man,
to
why
look for?
is 8?
Not
Was
one
that
of us
history?
rolled well.
or-
5.
We are so bad at
Only
this.
7.
Do you guys know what the hell's going on right now? Because I have no idea.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
I don't know
Well,
anything about that. I
Daniel
know,
like sent us a. He sent it to you, right?
He said, yeah, he did,
like a
he
week
did,
or two
yeah, yeah.
ago, and he's like, "This you and
Yeah.
Jandar would know in your history." So, but of course, I can't remember
Yeah.
all the details.
Yes,
He probably had. Oh, there you go.
So, you guys spend several hours looking for something, but there's not really any librarians there to help you because
They're all dead.
it's early in the morning.
So, okay.
Because it was like
from what I remember from my childhood,
so you guys can all
Fallen
spend a
Town.
few more hours there and roll again if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I got a 3!
Yeah, really, yeah.
16. 16.
Oh, 16.
Good job, guys.
17 for me.
All right.
I'm going to the more
I
obscure
literally
areas.
got a 6.
I got a 21.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
All right.
eventually,
Good job, guys.
after hours of searching,
Apparently,
I've never been. We're never good at book studies.
apparently Jandar was in the children's section the whole time, looking at the picture books.
That's a good reason. Yeah.
Beltzar
this time.
stumbles across an interesting recipe
Ooh,
in the
What's it-
archives.
baked oatmeal.
Oh, delicious. What's the result?
Counts as a day's rations when eaten. Makes 10 servings. Instant.
Ooh,
burn.
cures creatures of 1d4 exhaustion.
Nice.
Crap, we're gonna have to go on a long journey.
Yep.
Come on. Good
Yep.
thing you have a celestial steed. Is there room on that thing for 2?
No,
You don't have a
unfortunately.
steed?
Don't you have a horse?
I kept my steed.
No,
I kept
pretty
mine.
sure I read
Yeah.
on I wrote on one of theirs.
I think you rode with me.
My horse.
And you're losing less and less of our good grace
Yes,
as
you
the
really
days
I
wane
would-
on.
I can only have one. See, I can only have one steed summoned at a time.
Burn, bake.
Unfortunately, I would summon another one for you.
Maybe we can get you a
Alright.
wagon we can
So you
pull
guys
behind.
Wagons.
Eventually come across the story of Almooth. And I can just summarize it for you. This was a terrible name for an empire. The Ranra Empire, the first one, there was many plagues, and then after the plagues came the Red Tide. And Almooth was given power by the sister spirits to cure the plague. And then when the Red Tide came, they helped Almooth eventually, but he was able to hold the Red Tide back a little bit. And then the elves came and saved everyone. But then he was upset because he didn't feel he was getting enough credit.
Oh.
And when he found out that the elves were going to Galvania to help them, he also went to Galvania. But the king of Galvania at the time wouldn't pay him any heed because he didn't know anything about Almooth. So Almooth got bitter, and the legend has it that he went off into the desolate steppe, and with the magic he had gotten from the sister spirits and what he knew about the red tide, he tried to summon basically a magical army that would come, and in his pride he thought he would summon this army and then single-handedly basically save Galvania from the red tide. That's basically all that's
No.
Okay,
that's
so
known.
Almooth
It's
is
legend.
dark-
The desolate steppe was desolate before due to just climate. It's just like a desert.
Yeah.
But since then, it's sort of avoided. Some dwarves go there to mine. Some rough people adventurers go there. But it's well known that it's a dangerous land, and there's magical creatures there that are rumored to sort of be remnants of the power that's.
Oh. Can I do a history
properties.
check on magical woven tapestries or like?
Yeah, you want to try to find something
fabrics?
else about this?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, 18, so it's 21.
Okay, so you find a reference in this, in the books about the Ranra Empire and the sister spirits, and you know that the sister spirits were worshipped in the empire. They were one of the main gods worshipped, and in the main capital city they had a big temple to them, and they had this ritual of weaving these ornate baskets, and they used to have fine silk tapestries they used to weave into the designs, sort of symbolize the river, and then they would carry them to the river every summer as like an offering to the spirits. And it was sort of like part of that whole ritual and religion.
So they would make these beautiful
Yeah, they're
baskets
considered.
that were empty, and they'd take them to the river.
They would fill them with like offerings and stuff.
Oh, they'd fill them with offerings.
But most of it, like most of the time, went into these very elaborate baskets. So it's pretty easy for you to deduce that this is like a part of a basket, and it's sort of like their cross. You know, it's like their symbol for
Bridging the gap.
these spirits.
So would we be required to like
Have you
make
found
an
anything, Dezman?
offering.
to make the offering to ask for help?
On pages of history.
And we could add some of the baked goods. Like before we leave the city or whatever, I do want to get quite a bit of the ingredients to help with us
Everyone,
for our
I think
exhaustion.
that our adventure just got a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
Do you think, is there a weaver in town?
What could that possibly have anything to do with our adventure?
Might need a basket.
Don't go to supplies at his tailor.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say, as you guys are searching, since you guys spent a lot of time doing this, and the Death Knights, I'll volunteer this information, that Death Knights, they're not common, right? They're mostly legend and tale.
Yeah.
But legend has it that the only way they can be defeated is by, the only way they ever pass on from this earth is by completing their oath, basically, like.
Wait, their new oath or their oath that they broke?
The oath that they broke. They have to like redeem themselves, or
Yeah.
as
they
far
have
as you
to-
know.
Do you know what oath did he break? Do we know?
Well,
what
in the
oath he
story, in the story, he pledges to protect.
Against
He
the red
he
tide.
pledges to the sister spirits that if they give him more power, he'll pledge his life to protect people against the red tide.
And now he's working with
The red tide.
How are we going to convince this guy to?
He specific.
Therefore, reduce his oath.
Well, you see,
Would bring
that would only,
would-
the only time we would do that is if
commuting
he
with
actually captured the city.
sister
don't we
spirits,
let
and maybe
We are not
asking
going to
them
do that,
to
but then
come to him
millions would
to
die.
like remind him of his,
Millions to save trillions.
like to get him to redeem
Well,
himself.
I'm not
like
sure how
talking
that
with
would
the people
work.
that gave him the power.
If he doesn't take the city in the first place, we can
to,
maybe he can save more lives.
you know what I mean?
Maybe
Like
we
to
can
see if
pull-
they would appear to him and be like, remember your oath, what are you doing kind of thing. I don't know.
What do you
Well,
mean?
she-
Like out of straw.
On
He'll
Algatha's,
run in and
How do we find sister spirits? Does
Really?
anybody know anything religious?
we
Yeah, paladin.
All I know is that I don't know much about interdimensional travel, but
they are like in a different dimension.
I don't know. I would assume that they're godly beings. They would be in
Well,
another
where
dimension.
would there? Well, that's why the basket like is how they commuted with them.
I think if we
So
go to the
if
desert,
So we'll have to go.
So we
We're
need
gonna
make
have to
some
get the
magic
basket.
baskets.
We're gonna
Yes.
have to get the offerings. We're gonna have to take it to the step.
yes.
And we're gonna have to try and commute with them.
As you guys are contemplating this,
Arguing.
Do we get attacked as a fireball? Like go through?
no, the piece
Do you
of
want one?
you guys are all like around a table,
Yes.
and the piece of
Like
basket
so.
gets near his page,
His
Ooh.
page.
My page?
and
Cool.
some of the letters start glowing. This script starts glowing.
What does that say?
Isn't
Faintly.
it Elvish?
Aren't
you
is
an
it
elf?
Elvish?
I can read Elvish.
I can read
I can
Elvish.
too.
I can't read Elvish.
I can too.
Is it not?
I can-
Is it Elvish?
That's Elvish.
That's Elvish. That looks Elvish.
Is it?
Yes.
DM?
It is a type of Elvish.
I'd say it's
Can
more like
any of us
ancient
read that type of Elvish?
Should I roll for?
Everyone roll.
Or-
Everyone who can read Elvish, make
I
an
cannot.
intelligence check.
Where's my?
Well, the next time we take a break, I do have to.
You ever had the book before you?
It's not your book.
It is my book, but it's passed down from generations. The House Leotric.
Got it.
And you
I
can't
didn't know
quite
you
make
stole.
out this, but if you could sort of unlock the lettering, you would know what the words say. So, what you do know about Elvish is that vowels are indicated by symbols above the consonants that come after them.
Oh gosh,
Okay.
we're gonna have to do a puzzle.
You also know that if a vowel does not have a consonant after them,
Somebody write
they
Elvish
just
now.
use a dash.
All right, wait. Say that again, please.
So that there's a symbol
Oh.
above this.
Oh, so we
I
have
got
to
it.
decipher this.
I can figure
Yeah.
that
And
out.
if they don't have a vowel, they don't have a consonant afterwards. Like this U is that. So this is a Y, that's a O, and that's a U. And
Yeah.
because there's no consonant afterwards, there's just a dash. It's
Uh-huh.
just-
How exactly are you going to show your gratefulness?
With our hospitality, of course. I told you we were just
Tea.
about to sit down for tea, and we heard that these are the two most eligible bachelors in town.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going in.
I will join you, but I'm not very thirsty right now.
I'll go with you.
I'm going to go tend to my horse.
Very well then.
Good luck, fellas. We'll catch you
They
later.
don't seem like I'm their type, so I'm going with her.
Are you
We'll
sure you
meet
don't
you
want
back.
to stay?
We'll meet you back at the barracks tonight.
All
You only
right,
say that because I have
you
no
guys,
money.
you take care. You stay on your toes. These girls
I will-
aren't up to any good.
I kind of
Hold
lean
on
in.
to your
Do you speak Elvish, right?
I do.
Okay, I lean over and say in Elvish, I'm on my guard, don't worry.
So, have you ladies ever thought about being adventurers? As I say as we walk through the door.
We would never be adventurers. We would just marry an adventurer.
You don't say.
Aranoras decides to hang around.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to hang outside. I don't go in. I make it look
Okay.
like I left. I'm going to look in the window.
Okay,
See
roll
if
a
there's
stealth check.
anything I can.
I'm in plain armor and I have my broadsword kind of on my back.
Yeah.
So I don't really sit down, but I'm
Okay, they don't see
I got a
you.
20.
You don't even cast a shadow.
encumbered by my armor. I would not sit down, but I appreciate
Maybe
the
one
offer.
of them can help you get a little more comfortable.
Yes, we could help you get more comfortable if you'd like.
I would. That's okay. Thank you, though. We are in the middle
I
of the
think,
war.
to be
here.
honest, it would probably take both of them to get you more comfortable. Ladies, would you mind? Maybe you could take them upstairs.
No.
Just-
I'm okay. I'm okay.
No, I'm not just.
Oh, what do you take us for?
Oh, no, not at all.
Jest. You
Not at all.
jest. She is bad, is he not?
I
Oh,
just
yes.
thought that,
Here, have some tea. And they hand you some tea. And then they take some tea and they sip the tea. And they wait for you to sip the tea. Tastes totally fine.
Okay.
It's like just good
Yeah.
tea.
Okay, so I didn't notice anything bad.
No.
Nothing better.
I'll take a hit of brandy then.
well, really, more of a, young adventures, just looking for good times and good tidings.
Sounds so dangerous.
Aranoras is outside, like, just rolling her eyes, like, so perturbed. She's
I would say
stuck
we aren't,
here.
we aren't just looking for good times. We do have a mission to go on for the
A
government.
mission for the government, you say? How important?
Yes.
Well, I am a baron after all. Who do you
Oh.
think they give these things to?
I'm a half orc bastard from from a monastery.
This guy.
Isn't he
He
hilarious?
is hilarious.
Are you sure you don't need to get?
They seem to think
comfortable?
you're joking.
Yeah,
They think like you just have brash humor. The one girl next to you is quite interested in you. She, she seems very genuine in her intentions. We have no one to socialize with, and well, our father's away too, and it's just us here, and
Alone you are.
bored, and it's
Jandar looks very
terribly
uncomfortable right
frightful being a lady in this city in such a time. as
You don't have to worry about that.
Will you come and check on us?
Of course.
Oh, wonderful!
You're about to
Wonderful!
go
Did you
on, like,
hear
a
that,
long-
sister? He will come and check on us. May I give you a kiss?
I'm waiting to watch this.
I suppose a kiss on the cheek would do no harm.
Oh, yes. So they both kiss you on the cheek, and you feel this piercing, cold,
This is gonna go badly.
lifeless sucking out of both of you. They kiss you simultaneously.
You're getting kissed
Did I have any chance to stop this, or I didn't?
No.
Make a dexterity saving
Go ahead.
throw.
Go make
Because
try.
I
You can try.
I didn't want to be kissed.
That's true. You wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I believe you. In
tried to
character,
avoid
you
it.
wouldn't want.
Okay, 1.
Oh, she played
You
it
try to
already.
move out of the way, but
Yeah.
instead you move right into her.
Okay. Are we unconscious, or are we just?
No, you're not unconscious. You have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Am I able to perceive that something's wrong?
Right in a moment. you will.
Hello.
Okay.
I got a natural 20.
Ooh.
What did you get, Jandar?
13.
Okay, so Desmond has the constitution of a horse, apparently, and is able to only takes half damage. But our poor half-orc here succumbs.
To the wild.
It takes full damage.
Ooh, is that a 40?
Oh.
And a 6? Whoa.
So
Yeah.
Jandar takes 23 damage.
Damage.
And Desmond
Wow.
takes 11 damage.
Oh my gosh. These girls
And then,
are
of course,
fun.
You notice right away that something is very wrong.
I told you something was wrong.
Are we allowed to as well?
Yes, she
I'm-
can. Are
She
you?
called to me.
Okay,
Okay,
you guys
so
make.
I
go
said,
ahead, you-
Belt! Something's wrong! These idiots are in trouble!
I rolled
Alright.
2.
Idiots.
And I have 0 and 0
So
dexterity.
this was
so-
initiative?
Yes.
Or, okay, so I have 18.
Are you sure about that?
Were you gonna smack him too?
How is this my fault? You also agreed to come into this
I
house.
agreed.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going in.
And I thought if they were dangerous, I would protect you.
Ian is.
Yeah, which one is asking this?
Ian is asking you how this is my fault.
I'm gonna slap you.
I know, right?
Okay. I'm sorry. You were gonna say something.
Yeah, her movement's reduced by 10 feet then if she
Okay.
decides to move. And then I'm just gonna be like, back, foul demon!
3, 4, 5. So I can
Yep,
come
you-
in.
you
So
come in the door.
I knew you floozies were up to no good, and I say, we're leaving now.
Okay.
Back away from.
Such harsh words.
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Just do what you're gonna do.
Okay. Well, should I attack them?
Yes!
Attack!
Foul wenches!
Okay. So that's a 12 plus 8.
You hit him.
So I hit him, and then
Yes.
so that's 9 damage.
Ooh, I put my mage armor.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and give a die of inspiration to Andrew because he looks the sickest. He looks the worst off. And be like, don't succumb to the Floozie Whoozy way.
This is the lady that's closest to Dezman.
Okay.
She lets out this crazy, unearthly screech, and when she does so, she transforms from like a person into like this very central like person but she has wings and she has claws and she has like kind of clawish type feet.
Some kind of demon.
Like a succubus.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's effective.
succubus. That's what it's called.
Of sorts, and when she
I was
screeches,
trying to think of what it was.
she screeches, and everyone
banshee?
except for Belts, because Belt's not in the house,
Yes.
has to make another Constitution saving throw.
19.
All right, you pass. Everyone who did not roll a 15.
I don't want to even tell him what I got.
I saw you got 1. That's all right. It's not a critical fail because it's a saving throw. So, all right. So everyone takes 4 damage.
Okay.
Well,
You.
All right. Now it is Jandar's turn.
okay, so I'm facing this guy. So I'm going to make 2 attacks on
The one
the
right in front
succubus.
of you?
The first attack is a natural 20. The second attack is a 19
they don't
plus.
hit.
Oh my
8.
gosh.
Seriously? Really badly earlier.
I don't know why you guys even are here.
Yeah, to be honest, do you just want us to leave and you can just run this campaign with him?
Yeah, seriously.
Let's just go find the bad guy and we'll just sick Andrew on him. It's fine.
Get him.
Double for the first one is 28 plus.
He's still doing math. He's not
Plus,
even like listening fast at all.
28 plus 13 is 41.
Part of me just wants to
Alright.
be like
49.
7, 11.
Cut through her very severely.
Okay.
Don't kiss me without.
She's not
Yeah.
quite dead yet.
She's not? Okay.
What?
I'm
She's not
glad-
dead?
I'm so glad that he's getting because I only got 9 on my last one.
I thought about
One sitting right next to Dezman
Yes.
attempts to charm you with her
even
magic.
even with her claws
Counter
out.
No, she's not out.
You can
The
counter.
one that.
I'll
The
counter
one we
spell
were
it.
attempting.
Is it Charm Person? Or is it.
Yeah.
Charm Person is a first level spell.
Oh, okay.
Which means that I automatically counter it.
Cool. So then you suffer no harm.
You won't trick me with your wiles.
I knew he was going to say Wiles.
Go ahead, Belt. It's your turn.
I'm going to do Primal Savagery again. Maybe. That's a lot of those.
so 11, 14, 20, 22 plus 5 is 27.
Plus the second one.
Plus the second. And can I
does
cast
this
my
happen?
second?
Right?
Can I
How is
cast
he
another?
so powerful?
Sure.
Okay.
So
A lot.
13, 18, 21 plus 5 is 26.
So that's 40.
50,
50.
54?
Alright, it's very hurt.
It's very hard. Look at her face, like,
Poor
woo!
damn it.
Okay, that'll hit. That's an 18 plus 8.
Excellent.
All right, so I'm gonna do the damage,
Monsters. They were monsters.
and that's 4 damage.
All right, you
Finished
she
it off?
dies.
Yeah.
That's so like
That's so
anticlimactic.
funny.
She died.
Sorry.
Does she shatter?
As they both fall, these green masks. I forgot to say this with the last one. These green masks sort of like fall from them. Sort of-
Masks?
Masks.
Oh, masks.
Facial masks that are you know where they fell from. They fall from the ground from their corpses, and as anyone who has human blood is like cannot handle them. They're just they
Okay,
repulse you.
can I pick them up?
Don't touch that.
I was gonna
Is it
use like a
is it like
cloth.
stroking?
Do I
Yeah.
technically have human blood since I'm
Yes.
Okay.
Don't
But
touch
you two,
I do
that.
not have any.
you two don't find them. Like you guys just find them like
Repulsive.
you're frightened by them. They look like they're made out of like copper, like they're green copper, like oxidized copper, and
Like the
they just
mask
frighten you
in-
too much.
Can I take off my cloak and
Yeah,
pick one
you.
up and
Yeah,
they
I
don't
wanna-
seem to
I wanna
affect you
wrap
at all.
one.
They don't
Yeah.
seem to affect
Would I
you at
be-
all. And they don't seem to affect you.
Yeah, I want.
Only against
You want one, and
humans,
I
yeah.
want one.
Would I be too?
I'll let you
Actually,
do it. Can I
green.
I might not be able to do
search
that
the
because I might have
house
to touch
or
it.
whatever?
Yeah, here.
Yep.
Do you want to do that while he's?
Yeah, while he's doing
Okay,
that in the 10 minutes.
Where would you like to go first?
Just around, like, what's back here behind?
These are staircases.
I'm legit writing corpses.
Hey, I found some corpses up here.
Search the body.
There's nothing to find. They're naked.
Yeah, they're in their night. They're in
Oh,
their
they're
night clothes.
night
They
clothes.
were like apparently sleeping in the bed and they were
Yeah.
killed.
Oh,
Yes, they were the people that lived there.
So can we like take ownership of this house now?
You might
We could
be.
be kind of house key
14.
Yeah, so you perceive that these people were killed in their sleep.
Okay.
These creatures.
in the middle of my ritual, I yell, "Why do we need a house? I have a tower!"
Good point. yeah.
Outside of the city.
This would be a nice location.
Yeah.
Location.
This was a house owned by a couple.
I don't
You can't
think
just take ownership.
we can't
of
just
this.
Yeah.
take the house. Yes.
They think that you
We
killed
probably-
them. Yeah, like,
Also,
that's
someone
true.
should probably go get
Did you
the
take
guard.
Did you take the
Yeah, we should call the cops. Or
But
the
after
guard.
we hide all the loot that we took.
Yes.
yeah.
I
Agreed.
know, like we're looting. The people.
Here's also
Anyway.
these letters that these papers
maybe
that I
I'll
found.
leave the brandy.
The mask, you are magic. They have magical powers, and you can equip them to try to frighten a creature. And when a creature's
okay.
frightened, I forgot this part. Hold on, I'll give you guys an advantage, but that's fine. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while its source of fear is within line of sight. I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget, and then I forgot that I wrote it down. So that doesn't matter. I just made it easier for you guys. I don't care about that. Some guards do come, but much to your surprise or dismay, Earl Tristian also happened to be nearby, and he comes in. Your favorite. He kind of comes in and says, "What's going on here? What did you guys do?"
There were
We
two
didn't do
succubuses
anything.
here.
We weren't succubuses.
There were 2 demon women
They
here
were wearing these masks.
trying to. They killed the old folks upstairs.
So you say, how do we know it wasn't this crazy lizard creature and orc that killed him?
I step
Look at their
forward.
body.
Look at
the
how they
body.
died.
Yeah.
I step forward and say, they were lured here. We were all lured here to be attacked
All right,
by
roll
these
for
evil.
one of you
spirits
choose
inside.
to roll for persuasion.
I have a pretty high persuasion.
I thought we were all rolling. I'm sorry.
I
I'll
said
redo
one
it.
of you.
Yeah, he
Let's
did
do
say
it
one
now.
of you.
Go ahead,
Is it
Jandar.
seven?
Go ahead, Jandar. You said you wanted.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
We were discussing it. and she was just
19
rolling.
I
plus
know.
25.
All right, so you manage. Even Tristan, Sir Tristan doesn't want to believe you,
Yeah.
but you do manage to convince him that
Okay.
you guys had nothing to do with it.
We were on
His
the up
men,
and up.
his men believe you, and so he's kind of like, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I can't frame this on you guys. So he says, all right, well, I hope you didn't take anything in here.
What do we look like? Common thieves?
Yeah.
I kind of like
I'm like wrapped. I was
Just-
like, can I keep the mask?
keep the mask.
Sure, get that bottle thing.
All
out
right,
of
so
here.
I like wrap it up.
He doesn't
Like
like
I
it.
I
distracted
stick
them.
the
and I'm
rapier
like,
under my little
Roll for
cage
sleight of
and-
hand.
see if he notices. Oh, not looking good.
Like I thought you hit it before they got here.
So it's a 9.
Oh.
I had it in my. I had picked it up.
Huh, you! Doesn't that rapier belong above the fireplace there? I happen to know this man. That does not look like an elvish blade to me.
No, I was using it to fight back the vile creatures that were inside this man's house.
You must have done a terrible job. There's no blood on it.
I used the butt of it to hit its head.
You're not very smart, but alright, you better put it back. Their children are gonna want this stuff.
I put it back sheepishly.
Ooh.
You have the dice.
Roll. Let me see. What are you gonna get?
You gonna roll it?
Roll it.
Go on,
Alright, so
roll.
you guys
Whoa. Easy.
narrowly
easy.
avoid any more confrontation. They take the bodies out. A few minutes later, apparently the son lives nearby, and he's totally distraught. And he's like thanks. He's like trying to thank you guys, but at the same time, he's like, well, you guys didn't save my parents.
Yeah.
so at least
Yeah,
you
right.
tried, and
They were dead already.
he's like trying. He's like, are you guys? Because now by this time it's getting late. He's like, if you guys are hungry, you can help yourself to whatever's in the water.
I'll just eat at the
The
berries.
Great Spirit knows my parents aren't going to need it anymore.
Why don't you go see if you can find the stuff to make that recipe you wanted?
Yeah. Don't we need to prepare.
Yeah, can I get 2?
Right, so you.
But I have a +6, so it's an 8.
All right. Well,
At least it
That's
wasn't
worse
a-
than the 9 that she got for the.
as you are doing it, lifting it up,
Well, with the mage
the
hand.
guards are coming down the stairs, and you drop it. They startle you, and the mage hand drops it, and it clatters on the ground.
Is
But
that
they
thing
don't
possessed?
know.
And the
They
sun-
know what's
and the
going
son
on.
kind of like sees it, and he's kind of like, "What?" And he kind of like goes over and like picks it up, and he's like, He's just like he's distraught, so he just like holds it. You guys failed. You're gonna have to take it from this guy's hands if you.
You're gonna have to murder him and take it.
Is
if
there
you
a
want.
guard in the? Is there a guard in?
Oh my god, are you serious?
Is there a guard in the room? Is there a guard? I'm lawful.
Yeah, he
I'm
said
lawful.
he just came down.
Okay, so there's a guard in the room. There's one guard and okay, never mind. I am
What
lawful.
would
Do
you
it.
like to
do
do?
it, Andrew.
Half-orc paladin.
I'm not gonna do
Paladin.
it. I was like, if it's just the son, I could knock him out.
I'm lawful good. Knock it off.
While you decide
I'm
what
going
you're
to
doing,
bake the oatmeal.
There's some more noise,
Oh god.
and the army, of the Red Tide, there's a lot of troop movement, and they're moving to surround the city.
Yeah, we need to get out.
We need to go now.
I'm grabbing all of our stuff. I'm gonna go
There's
get my
no
horse. and
battle
get out.
per se.
So
to
we're
get
going to be
through.
traveling
they're-
through a desert
They're going through.
to get to.
They're starting to go through the Vale,
So we need to close it.
where your tower is supposed to be.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't your stone supposed to go over to where the tower
Well,
is?
yeah, but we never got there in time.
No, the stone. Remember the whistle where you whistle?
The desolate
Ian's looking at
steps.
me like, I don't want to do this anymore.
That's
All right. So
everyone.
I'll have my
Everyone,
horse,
put a hand
too.
on something you want to take with you, like your horse.
I have my horse.
And okay.
Those are already yours. Knock it off.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Jandar takes out the whistle and blows on it.
Okay, so you guys all took your horses with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a horse.
You don't.
No, you don't.
You're just kind of flying along, hanging onto someone's tail.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're back at the tower magically.
Put on the idol.
And they're starting to go through.
I grab the idol and then just slam
Does it
right
like
on
slice all of them in half? The
Yes,
ones that are
I
like.
slam it on the pedestal.
They
What?
get, but remember, because it happened before, and it just pushes you out of the way. Like a
Oh,
force field. You
like a
guys already
rubber ball.
Yeah.
Darn. Okay. But they're so
tested. And then there's
confused.
mass confusion.
Yeah.
We did not think this through.
And the dwarves that are working on the tower and the wall cheer,
Yeah.
because they're still up there working on that wall. But now you can see, like, it's starting to turn into a nice little keep. They're hard at work, doing a nice job. So you guys can take a
singing
rest
help?
now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, fun.
You need to roll
Can you grab me water?
perception since you're on watch.
Was it 14?
I thought you said on lunch at first. I'm like, on lunch?
Since 19. Yeah.
Alright, so you roll a 19. You don't perceive anything happening. But there is several hours have passed now since the wall's been up. And you are assailed suddenly by 3 dark figures. Somehow they got past the doors who were around but not really on watch, and
I jumped to my feet.
they come up through the
What can I see with my elf eye?
well, I guess you
We
are in
have
the
dark
tower.
vision, so.
Yeah.
So you have dark vision, so you see them coming up through the steps. So they don't surprise you. You do see them
Do they
because
look?
they can't really sneak.
Do they look like elves or do they look like orcs?
No, they look like
Humans or.
yeah. They look more like an elf.
Or are they
They're coming up a staircase.
They're coming up the
They're
staircase.
coming up a staircase to us.
Yeah, into the.
Okay,
the
so
And we had
I yell
rolled
to everyone.
initiative.
I say, "Wake up! We're under attack!" And I draw my. I guess I'll have my spear since they're coming up, and I'm gonna like stab at the one
Okay.
that fired at me, or like
Yep.
yeah. We'll do that. This is the 13. I don't know if that hits.
13. I was. I don't know what I was thinking. 13 does not hit.
Okay.
All right. So after you go, they come up.
Here. Inspiration. Wake up, you idiot.
He's actually next in line.
I was
so.
gonna say I had the highest initiative. I'm wide awake.
All right.
We're assuming you shouted when you
Okay.
saw them coming.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah!
The rest, the would-be assassins or attackers or whatever, use their turn to dash up into the tower,
Okay.
and it's Ian's turn.
So then now they're spread out in front of us.
Okay, so they're
It's
spread
just
out.
mayhem. It's just you guys are in a little tower.
There's hardly any room. This is us.
I guess the staircase comes up the side.
Who's this?
No one. That's
Oh.
your dice.
I just was making.
So they're just kind of hanging out with us. Because I don't think I can do anything else. So yeah, I'm just gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
All right, 18 doesn't hit you, right?
For AC?
Yeah.
It does. I have an 18 AC, so that would
So
just
it
hit
hits
me.
you.
So it would just hit me.
And you feel like the same lifeless, cold,
Okay.
terrible damage like
I have
from
12.
the kiss of the
Only 12.
creatures.
Yeah.
How many did he hit you for?
31.
But this time
and I
it's
have
coming
I
from
have
the touch.
40, 30.
Yeah.
And it does 13 damage to you.
Okay.
And that was, and he missed the second time.
This,
So guys,
This
this
one-
guy's casting spells.
yeah.
the
these-
2 on the end with
Oh,
concentration.
wait, no, that's wrong, because I forgot to roll this. So
Minus two.
he would have missed.
Oh, he was. Oh, my guy would have.
You think? Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because it was a spell attack. Yeah.
forgot about that.
Because it was an actual attack. It wasn't-
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Goodness.
The other one's going to cast Hold Person
Oh, great.
on Aranoras, the person closest to her. So Aranoras, you have to roll a Wisdom saving throw, or you're paralyzed.
18 plus 2 is 20.
All right, so you managed to resist the magic. It's unfortunately for them. It is now Aranoras' turn.
Oh my gosh, we gotta take these guys out.
Come on, Andrew.
I haven't. My last turn,
Alright.
I cast that spell on.
Which
So
really helped
I'm
you.
I'm
It did.
attacking
No,
I know.
this guy with my javelin.
Jowl?
My
Her
my spear.
Spear.
My
Oh, okay.
spear.
Her reach spear.
Yes!
I got a 20!
Very nice.
Okay. Alright. Hopefully I'll get.
Now that
Where's
special is a special spear, so instead of just doubling a d12,
Yeah, remind me.
you get to roll 3 d12s out of all of that.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I've not been rolling the right dice for this weapon.
Wow.
I've been rolling d8s.
Ooh.
That's your own?
You weren't using the spear to your best ability.
Yes.
There's the 7.
7.
That's
16
holy cow.
plus.
Woo!
7 is 25.
I feel like Andrew right now.
No, 16 plus 7 is, 23.
Yeah, I was like 20.
Okay.
23 plus 5.
So,
23 plus 5 is 28.
alright, you
Sweet. That
pierce
belt.
right through his side. It comes through, but he's not quite dead yet.
Seriously?
No!
It's just, I'll scratch just some flesh to
Alright.
do it.
Just a scratch.
Now,
Alright, well, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray. I'm gonna fire 2 at the dude in the middle, and I'm gonna fire 1 at this dude.
okay.
Oh.
So those are tackles, right?
Yeah. So that's a 16 to hit, and that's an 18 to hit.
They both hit.
Okay.
Good.
That's the dude in the middle. This is the other guy. And that's a...
13 plus 8 is 21.
Yeah, 21.
21 to hit for that guy. Right
For this guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, they all hit.
Alright, sweet.
Nicely done.
Way to go.
It's really cool. I just saw what he was working on.
Woo!
That was the longest whirling dice.
7 to the other one.
Alright, so your Scorching Ray burns this guy to a crisp or whatever.
Good.
He dies.
Nice.
Get out of my tower!
I'm turning into a giant spider as a bonus action.
Woohoo!
And then I'm going to try and bite the guy in front of me.
Okay.
Are you spy? Oh, you are.
Only 5 plus
I think it's 4.
5, I thought.
That was
5.
Either way, you
10.
miss.
Yeah, 10.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Plus 8 is 13.
Just wait.
13 will miss.
13 will miss.
for a little bit.
Here,
That's
you
a
can have
10
a
plus
taste
8
of my
is
water.
18.
That will hit.
That will hit. I am
Then
going
you're
to
gonna be thirsty.
use. I'm going to use Divine
Keep building.
Smite with a second level spell slot.
We're almost done.
Alive.
6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 5 is 23, plus another 5 is 28.
Alright.
Woo!
You get his attention. You killed him.
Woo! Woo! All
Mine's
right.
Surrender now, and we shall
Let you
Have
learn.
mercy.
let you live.
Have mercy. I ain't
Those
promising.
who
love.
serve the Decas never truly die.
5 is 5 is just 10 more damage.
Alright, he dies in a bloody heap of burning heap of blood.
Oh, burning in a heap of blood.
You can tell it's like been a long session.
I know.
All right.
It is once again quiet in the tower. You guys have successfully guarded the tower and kept safe the relic.
Loot, loot, loot! I want to loot him!
You find a note
Ooh!
written in some language you don't
In
understand.
his cloth, in his clothes.
Okay, as you you read the note, it says, "Search for the party of 4. Kill the half-orc and take the relic."
What?
You've been marked.
They know about the relic and the tower.
Yeah.
Our situation has become much more.
How are we gonna? What are we going to do now?